Esta programación es presentada por la Asociación de Fabricantes de Queso de Wisconsin, con la Asociación de Alianza de Innovación de Negocios Lácteos y Granjeros Lácteos de Wisconsin y con el generoso apoyo del
Ellsworth Cooperative Creamery, Emmy Roth, Great Lakes Cheese Company, Wapsie Valley Creamery,
y contribuciones de
Specialty Cheese Company, and Westby Cooperative Creamery.
Gracias.
All dairy products start on their journey to your dinner table on a farm in the form of milk. Every day across the United States, more than 600 million pounds of milk are transported to the nation's dairy manufacturers. Each processing facility is different, with plant layout and equipment determined by the end product. Still, the flow of milk through plants is fairly standard, determined by food safety regulations and industry best practices. In this video, we'll show you each step of the process and highlight the network of dedicated personnel working to bring you bottled milk, cheese, yogurt, and other delicious, nutritious dairy products.
We buy milk from 170 different farms that are scattered across northeast Iowa.
Ryan Nielsen es un quesero de cuarta generación, líder en Wapsie Valley Creamery en Independence, Iowa.
This is the first stop for the milk as it comes into the plant before we can turn it into cheese.
La leche comienza a llegar a las 3 de la mañana y sigue llegar a cargas a lo largo del día. Aquí, transportadores de leche y personal de admisión se alianzan para realizar pruebas iniciales clave.
Once we get approved for all the quality checks, then we start pumping the milk into the silos, and then we wash the trucks and seal them up and send them back out to pick up more milk.
Desde la ingesta, la leche es bombeada hasta la primera etapa de procesamiento.
This is our milk pasteurizer room where we're cooking the milk up to 162 degrees and then cooling it back down to 90 degrees to make cheese out of it. And we're cooking the milk to kill any bad bacteria that could come in the milk from the farm.
La mayoría de los procesadores pasteurizan su leche, aunque algunos artesanos utilizan leche cruda en la elaboración del queso. Optan por ello envejecer sus productos terminados y realizar pruebas adicionales para garantizar la seguridad y la calidad. Después del procesamiento inicial, la leche se envía a las tinas. Los ingredientes básicos para cualquier queso natural son sencillos: leche, cultivo inicial, cuajo y sal.
Today we're making marble cheese or Colby Jack.
Cultivo inicial. Esencialmente, una buena bacteria convierte el azúcar natural de la leche, lactosa, en ácido láctico. Esto permite coagular la leche. El cuajo luego separa la cuajada y el suero.
We have our ingredient area over here where we add the starter culture, enzyme or rennet, and also color if we're making a colored cheddar or a Colby.
Después de las queseras, sal a la cuajada. Se forma el queso.
So this is where we're taking the cheese from the stir tables and putting it into a box, and we're going to press it into one giant block of cheese. And so we call this the block fill, and then we probe and press the cheese after that to get that nice big block of cheese with no pockets of air or whey in it.
El queso viene en todas las formas y tamaños, con el bloque estandarizado más grande pesando 640 libras. Se necesitan aproximadamente 10 libras de leche para hacer una libra de queso, por lo que la elaboración de queso crea una abundancia de suero.
So whey is mostly water, and then our job is to remove that water and fractionate it into sugar, protein, and fat. So we use the separator to remove the fat that gets made into butter or butter products. And then the lactose we crystallize and dry that into a powder. It goes into all kinds of different foods for people and animals. And then the whey protein is what's left over, and we dry that and it goes into all kinds of different foods that we eat as an ingredient.
Cuando se completa la producción, comienza el embalaje.
This is our cheese packaging room.
Algunos procesos de embalaje están automatizados, pero las personas siguen siendo esenciales en cada área de las plantas de fabricación de lácteos.
Pedro's taking the finished product off the line right now.
Mientras que los subproductos lácteos secos pueden mantenerse a temperatura ambiente, las áreas de envasado y almacenamiento de quesos, yogures, leche y otros productos lácteos frescos deben mantenerse frías.
We have to keep it under 45 degrees to keep bad bacteria from growing. We don't want the food to warm up and spoil, so we have to keep it cold.
Los procesadores de lácteos siguen estrictas prácticas de seguridad alimentaria y prueban los productos terminados para garantizar la seguridad y la calidad.
Lots of other plating and incubating and different pieces of equipment up here.
Algunas plantas tienen técnicos de laboratorio u otro personal de garantía de calidad en el sitio, mientras que otras contratan estos servicios. Cuando se completan las pruebas, los productos lácteos salen por la puerta.
Truck drivers behind me that are hauling the cheese to the two coasts, to the bigger cities, so that people can eat that cheese, and lots of other cut and wrap facilities that are going to cut that cheese up and put it into little packages for people at the grocery store.
So-called cut and wrap facilities are also dairy processing plants. They are responsible for converting bulk products into packaged portions, ideal for food service or for direct-to-consumer sales. That's the next stop on our journey through the dairy supply chain.
The cheese that I deal with every day, I'm able to see it at this last stage before it gets out and shipped nationwide.
Aquí, en Queso de los Grandes Lagos en Wausau, Wisconsin, y en otras instalaciones de procesamiento de lácteos en todo el país, el queso se rebana y tritura para satisfacer las necesidades y preferencias de los consumidores. El objetivo del equipo puede ser sencillo, pero eso no significa que es fácil.
I work a lot with the warehouse workers, the forklift operators, the pickers.
Juntos, el personal de almacén y los líderes de envío cargan los camiones con productos lácteos con destino a puntos en todo el país y en todo el mundo.
It's like a giant puzzle, and it's just fun to work through. And if it doesn't fit there, you got to move it out and create something new.
Hey Natalie, can you please take out door number S3 so I can get my preloaded for tomorrow?
I love the challenge. I love using my mind every day. It's not monotonous. You're doing something that's making an impact. So it's going to feed a family.
Afinado.
Affinage is the aging of cheese. So after cheese is made, it's not completed until it's done aging. The aging is where the proteins and fats are broken down, the flavors are developed, the body is developed, and the end cheese is really made.
CDA o un certificado de análisis.
It tells you what's in the product, what the composition is. If it's cheese, it would list the pH levels, moisture.
BOL o conocimiento de embarque.
Bill of lading is basically, it's a documentation of what that truck carries. That's just a general default. Every truck carrier has to have that. So if you get stopped by any kind of law enforcement officer or anything like that, that's basically your passport to show that you're okay.
SOS Packaging.
It's a rigid type tray that has no paper interleaf in it. Means slice on slice. Easy for the food industry to use. They can peel the film back on it, pull their slices out, and then they can push the film back down.
Pasteurización.
It's heating milk up to a certain temperature to kill all the bacteria out of it, so it's safe to drink.
HACCP. Análisis de peligros y puntos críticos de control.
Food processors get certified in HACCP so they can ensure the safety of their products. You might also hear the acronym PCQI in the food safety world. That's Preventive Controls Qualified Individuals, and people who are PCQI trained may lead food safety teams.
La Asociación de Fabricantes de Queso de Wisconsin le agradece su atención. También agradecemos a nuestros socios de programación, la Alianza de Innovación de Negocios Lácteos y Granjeros Lecheros de Wisconsin, generosos patrocinadores,
Ellsworth Cooperative Creamery, Emmy Roth, Great Lakes Cheese Company, Wapsie Valley Creamery,
y contribuyentes,
Specialty Cheese Company, and Westby Cooperative Creamery.
Gracias.